It's time, everybody. It's time to come back to reality. And you know what time it is? It's Rico No Suave show time. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Ooh, wait. I am super happy to be back. Oh, man. I mean, I tell you every week, and I'm going to continue to tell you for even for the new people. I missed you, right? If I don't even know you, I know you now because I missed you. Welcome back to the Rico and Suave show. We got a fun, field packed show for you guys today. I want you guys to just go ahead and continue to talk to the TV. And if you're commenting, if you're here live with us, thank you so much. Make sure you please go ahead and share your comments. Let us know how we're doing and also ask questions. Ya tu sabes, mi gente. Make sure your participation is mandatory. So make sure you just don't sit back and relax. Press a button or two. Even if you want to just say hi or just say hola, I'll wave back at you and say hola to you too. All right, everybody. Hey, you know what? It's Latino Heritage Month, everyone. It is Latino Heritage Month. Yes. And when I tell you, everybody, it's Latino Heritage Month, todos somos uno. Para todos países de Latinos, tú sabes. So it's the heritage. And this is kind of the last week. I think I might extend it next week because I know it's until the 15th of October. I might extend it next week because you know why? Hey, it's always good to do it. And today, of course, we are showing our appreciation, of course, to another país. Ya tú sabes, mi gente, Colombia. Colombia has many things to actually offer when it comes to the culture, la cultura, tú sabes. And one of them is murals. Oh man, when it comes to the art, everyone, when it comes to the art of being able to have different arts, when you're going to different parts, and we call them the barrio, we call them pueblos, we call them all different types of cities that you might see different cultures. And of course, you see here, one of the biggest things about Colombia is the accordion when it comes to music. And of course, you already see the hat, the gorra, man, that is super awesome. Colombia is also the place to be when it comes to music. You know, also that I love about Colombia is the empanadas. I love food. I love to eat, but the empanadas are, I think they have the best. I got to give it to Colombia, man, because Colombia has the best Colombian empanadas, mi gente, the best empanadas ever. And I just want to say, hey, big shout out to everybody from Colombia. Hey, la música de todo, mi gente. Yes, you have made it to the Rico No Suave show for this segment of Latino Heritage Month. Yeah. All right, everybody, we have to get to my guy, and when I tell you it's my guy because I had a great time speaking with him. Big shout out to Beatrice Davis for actually introducing me to this gentleman. When we talk about celebrities, we talk about comedians, we talk about actors, we talk about everything as far as when a celebrity realm. But what makes a celebrity when he becomes a comedian? It's not just about getting on a stage and just telling you jokes. It's how you connect with that person and how you make that person feel. You might even save that person's life, or unless that person didn't want to save their life and they try to talk about you as a comedian, which I would never do. I'm gonna tell you that now. I will never talk about a comedian because they will just roast me, and I'll be feeling like, man, I should have just hung myself, right? But in this case, I tell you, everybody, this comedian here has been on the same channel, same stage with George Lopez, also Fluffy, and a lot of great talent on stage. You have also seen him on Comic View, man, Comic View, BET as well too, and a lot of other great stars around him, surrounding him to be able to come together as an empowerment comedian. I want you guys to put your hands together, ha ha, if you want to at the TV, because my man Ernie G is here with us today. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Let's
What's
go.
up, Rico Suave? Hola, ¿qué pasa, mi gente? What's
What's
up?
going? How are you, Papa?
Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you. So first off, I gotta say I apologize, bro, but I'm actually working as we speak. I
Yes.
am in the state of Washington at Sierra Vista Middle School in Sunnyside, where I literally performed 3 hour long shows today.
Wow. Wow.
Night of an hour and a half long parent and comedy empowerment show at 7 o'clock. So man, it's
Nice.
just like I'm nonstop. But I had to make some time for my Rico No Suave, baby.
Hey, I feel the love, man. I feel the love, man. And I wanna appreciate you first for what you're doing, right? It's giving flowers, but I'm gonna give you flowers throughout the whole show because of what you're doing as an empowerment comedian. Normally you hear the empowerment coach or you hear something else going on that side, but I will have to say the empowerment that you're putting together is just a big thing for the world to continue to smile, but also to be able to give them lessons as well too for their lives. But hey, man, hey, before we get started, do you have any shout outs you want to give out to anybody?
Well, of course, I just texted my wife. I'm like, babe, put it on YouTube. I'm gonna be on YouTube. My wife is so cute, bro. That woman loves me for me. She could care less if I'm on YouTube. She could care less if I'm on TV or movies. As long as I come home, that's all she wants. Me to come home and be with my beautiful family, bro. But
That's all.
definitely all the students that are watching, I'm in the state of Washington. I just performed at Wahluke High School in Mattawa, Washington.
Nice.
Mattawa is this tiny migrant farm worker community, bro. That town is so small, they don't even have a red light in downtown. They have a
Wow.
stop.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Bro,
whoa,
it's
whoa.
crazy.
So, what are we talking about here? That there's no way to run red lights over there, or how does that work?
No, the cops will pull you over, but for running the stop sign, right? Bro, and I think the principal and the superintendent might be listening. They're good people, bro. But
Yes.
they have a norteño sureño problem in Mattawa, Washington. I'm like, this town's so small. What the heck are you
Chacho.
guys fighting over? Apples?
What?
Red apples. No, 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 green apples, red apples. And then some little cholo comes running in going, cherries, Holmes. Don't forget about cherries. Props over there, bro. No, but they got a special place in my heart, bro.
All
All
right.
these towns in central Washington. Washington is the biggest exporter of apples in the world. So
Wow, didn't know that.
the migrant farm worker community are all these beautiful Latino raza, and they have a special place in my heart. So I come up here every year and I try to empower and inspire as many of these kids to go to college. And here's the beautiful thing, bro. These are facts. Monday I performed in Mattawa. Tuesday I performed at Central Washington University, and today I performed in Sunnyside at Sierra Vista Middle School. There's a teacher here today that I performed at her high school 10 years ago. I
Wow.
performed at her college 7 years ago, and now she's a teacher here at this school. And yesterday at Central Washington University, at least 20 different kids came up to me and said, Mister, I'm in college. You performed at my middle school in Yakima. You performed at
Wow.
my high school in Pasco. I've performed all over the Central Valley, and now I got a bunch of kids in college out there kicking much butt. So I'm
Let's
very,
go.
very, very proud of that, bro.
Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yes, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. The empowerment that you're doing for the kids and also for them to remember you, your message stuck with them, but also your characteristics and your personality. You know, it's Ernie G, haha. So when it comes down to it, man, they can't forget you at all, man. It's hard to forget you in a good way, of course, because you're giving messages and you're making people continue to live their lives. That's awesome, man. That is
Thank you,
awesome.
bro. Yeah, no,
Ernie,
that's a Maya Angelou quote that you just kind of spoke about, bro.
let's
She
go.
says, "You may not forget what people say. You may not forget. I mean, you may not remember what people say. You may not remember what people did, but you'll always remember how someone made you feel."
Yes,
And
sir.
I know when I perform my comedy, yeah, I make students laugh. I'm a comedian, yes.
Sure.
But what I care about the most is how do I leave them feeling? And they always would tell me, Mister, you inspired me. Mister, you made me think about things I had never felt before. Students feel loved, honored, and respected after Ernie G performs. And that's something you can't mess with, bro. Facts are facts. Game recognizes game, baby.
Yes,
And I
sir.
always
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you love me, it's because of how awesome you are. Because game recognizes game.
Gang. You went, hey, Ernie, you went straight to the bottom on that one,
Oh, bro. Oh, bro. Don't get me started, bro. One of my opening lines that I've been telling for years is no matter
man.
how much education you have, no matter how much money you ever make,
That's
if you
right.
grew up in el barrio, you
Yep.
will always have a little ghetto inside of you,
Yeah, too
right?
sorry, man. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Hey, Ernie, man, this time gonna fly by fast because we can talk about just anything. But I gotta let people know as far as you in the industry, we gotta know where it all started. Of course, growing up, of course, Ernie G in a household. When growing up as a kid, let's go into teenage years, then you transfer into that adulthood. What was the household like for you growing up as a kid through your upcoming years?
Yeah, bro. Well, definitely, I have a very typical story in that my parents were never married. My mom met my dad salsa dancing, and 9 months later, boom, Ernie G. And I
Oh
used to be
wow.
ashamed of that. I wouldn't tell people that. But my mom was a single mom, bro, a beautiful single mom that
Okay.
worked her butt off and protected me. I told the students today, we got evicted so many times. I just thought we got to move again, I didn't realize
Wow.
we were being evicted, and my mom would protect me from the truth. She'd be like, "Mijo, guess what? We get to move again." I'm like, "We only lived here for a few months." She goes, "I know. That's how special you are, mijo. My kid gets a brand new castle." And so my mom would protect me from the truth. I didn't realize till years later we were getting evicted. When I was 20 something years old, I go, "Mom, why did we move so much when I was a kid? Why did we move?" She goes, "We didn't move, Babo, so we got evicted." And I was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" Because you were a big chillon. You would have been a crybaby. That's why I didn't tell you. But yeah, man. And then
Oh man, really?
the short version of the long story is my uncle was a child actor. My uncle, when my family came over here from Mexico, my uncle was a child actor, and he was on TV shows like Gunsmoke and Bonanza, and he had a big,
Wow.
yeah, bro, he had a big influence on me. Here's my uncle when he was a kid with Michael
Oh
Landon, bro,
yeah.
and that's my
Yeah.
tío.
My
Yeah, my
father
tío
used to
Rafa.
watch those shows all the time. Yes.
Yeah. So he had a big influence
Wow.
on me, bro. He's a big reason why I became a comedian for sure.
That's awesome, man. But so during that time, as far as within the household, or I'm sorry, households, I should say, because you move so many times, and and I understand, as far as when things actually happen, as far as the struggle is actually there, right, and it's real because you at least, and big shout out to your moms, man, big shout out to your moms because she kept you guys moving, right, even though you guys continued to move, you always had a roof over your head, but she also, it felt I feel coming from you that she had a very good heart of knowing that she was going to provide for you, the family, and being able to continue to move forward. Do you have any siblings?
Okay, so I am my mom's only child.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm an only child. My pathology is that of an only child, but my dad had 6 kids, all from different mothers. My dad was the ultimate papichulo, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I didn't know
Wow.
anything about my dad's families. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't grow up with him,
Okay.
but I am my mom's only child, and
Okay.
there is my mom, my comedy CD, Mama's Boy, bro. My great,
Oh, saludo, mama.
there's Mama
Oh,
right
that's
there, bro.
awesome. That's so
Yeah, bro.
cool.
So
Oh
I
man.
wasn't raised with any of my siblings, so I feel like an only child. But my dad, I connected with my Puerto Rican dad later in life,
Okay.
and I actually got to meet 4 out of my 6 siblings. And unfortunately, my dad passed away a few years ago. But
Mm.
at his deathbed, before he passed away, 4 out of my 6 siblings, 6 of us came together, and I fell in love with my brother. I met my 2 sisters. It was
Okay.
cool. My brother and I, así somos hermanos hasta las cachas, bro.
Tú
We're
sabes.
brothers.
Yeah.
So now I have a beautiful relationship with my brother, who very much reminds me of my dad, and it's a beautiful thing, bro. But growing up, I was an only child, brother.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah, yeah.
right. Well, I think the one beautiful thing is that you guys came together, of course, at a certain time to be able to at least see each other from your brothers and sisters that you have, and then your mom is just amazing because I think growing up as a single mom with a single mom is being able to at least show you the world of where you're going to be and where you came from. And then of course, you had the influence from, your Theo, and that was awesome. Let's talk about when you actually start falling in love with comedy. Was it comedy or was it acting that wanted you to get into the industry?
When you aren't cute enough, or you're not a good enough athlete, or you're not smart enough, you got to figure out a way to get the ladies, baby. And I don't know where I figured it out, but as a kid, I know that girls like funny. So I
Yes.
always had good looking buddies of mine who I would rely on me for the comic relief. And I knew I could get girls by being funny. But the truth of the matter is, my uncle would always, my uncle would steal my jokes and then do my jokes 10 times funnier than me at parties, at family parties.
Dang.
That was my joke, dude. That
Oh
was my,
no.
and but my uncle had a big influence on that. But the truth is, when I was in sixth grade, my mom's best friend showed me a videotape. Remember the big VHS tapes?
Yes.
You stick in the machine, and
Yes.
you go down, and then you push the
Yes.
button. And I
Yes.
saw Carlin at Carnegie, George Carlin at Carnegie Hall.
Oh
And it was the
wow.
first time I ever saw a white man say the word Mexican with a smile on his face. Every time I heard any gringo say Mexican or Latino or Hispanic, they were talking about two Hispanic assailants or the illegal immigrant crisis or two
Wow.
Mexican drug lords.
And
And
that's him too.
this guy says, do you realize that the Mexican hat dance was written by two individuals? A lot of people don't know this. The
Uh-huh.
first guy went, da-dan, 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 and the second guy went, da-dan, da-dan, da-dan. If it wasn't for the second guy, the Mexican hat dance would have gone, da-dan, 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 da-dan. He's like, they were so excited what they discovered, they went out to celebrate, and they met another guy, and he went.
Right.
I'm in sixth grade, and New Yorkers at Carnegie Hall are cracking up at this ridiculous, corny joke, and it planted a seed in my mind, going, "Dude, white people are laughing at how funny Mexicans are," and that. Dude, I gotta be funny. I gotta get funnier and funnier. So I started
Yeah.
jokes, bro. When I first started doing comedy, I had memorized thousands of jokes, right? And now that I'm a comedian, it's like, it's frowned upon to do old jokes or to do other people's jokes. So I
Sure.
had to get rid of all that stuff because I had all kinds of stuff memorized, baby.
Oh, that's crazy. When it comes down to getting through those years of being into comedy, because it also goes with your personality too. Now, also, did your mom have an influence? Was she kind of like a comedian as well too? Like, did she like to crack jokes? Was she hilarious too?
No, bro, she was the opposite, dude. Everything was serious to my mom. My mom
Ave Maria.
hated the fact that her brother was a comedian and an actor. Even though that picture I showed you of Michael Landon, my
Yeah.
mom has
Uh huh.
admitted, I met him one time and we made out at a party. I'm like, what? I go, don't tell me my mama was a hood rat, hoochie mama, hood rat, hoochie mama. No, my mom hated the industry because my uncle got so much attention, right? And so when I decided to become a comedian, she was like, "No, mijo, don't follow in your uncle's footsteps. You need to go to college. You need to get an education."
Yeah.
After,
That's
after I
mom.
graduated from college and went to and started doing comedy, my mom hated that I was a comedian. My very first TV show, I auditioned for a show called Make Me Laugh on Comedy Central.
Okay.
Hundreds and hundreds of comedians auditioned for it. And I was one of the few Latinos who booked this TV show. I called my
Nice.
mom. I go, Mom, I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be on TV. And my mom goes, when was the last time you went to the dentist? I'm like,
Oh wow.
she's like, comedy doesn't have benefits. You need a job that has benefits, mijo. And dude, a month later, my mom sent me a job application in the mail for janitorial supervisor for the county of Los Angeles. And under the requirements, it was a degree in sociology or psychology. And I have a degree in psychology. She highlit the degree in psychology and put a happy face on the application. Look, mijo, here's an opportunity for you. I'm like, I'm on TV, mom. I beat out a comedian. I'm getting paid to be funny, and you want me to be a supervisor for janitors? She's still to this
I'm
day.
dead, dude.
She doesn't want
Oh
me to
my
do
God. That would be mama, right? That would be mama. You were like, oh no, mijo. Oh no, no, no. When the last time you been to the dentist?
Oh,
That's hilarious.
my mom does not, dude. I'm 54 years old now,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yes,
When I
sir.
was 50, I fell in love, and I got my wife, my fiance at the time, pregnant, and I was like, mom, guess what? You're gonna be a grandma. We're pregnant. And you know what my mom said to me as a 50-year-old grown man? She said, "You're not ready to have children yet, mijo."
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
"Okay, I'm gonna be a baby boy till the day I die, dude." Or the day she dies,
You know you're
pobrecita,
gonna
bro.
always be mama's boy. You know, I think that's what it is. I think, and you know, would think that mama would be like, "Hey, yeah, I want some little, nietos. I want some little grandkids running around here." But then she said, "You're not ready. You're 50 years old." That's so
You know what's
hilarious.
funny? My comedy CD, Mama's Boy,
Uh-huh.
nobody listens to CDs anymore, but a lot of people bought this, bro. And so she would
Wow.
get recognized in the street. And then they were like, "Hey, are you Ernie G's mom? I have the comedy CD." And she was like, "Yes, I am. What do you want?" "Yes, I am. What do you want?" I'm like, "Mom, they want to get an autograph or they want to give you a hug or something. They're happy to
Right.
meet you."
Kiss
I
some babies.
That's your
Right.
son. That's my son. He still doesn't have a real job. So sad, bro. That
Uh, oh my God, dude, that is freaking hilarious! Big shout out to your mom. Salute to my mom, man. That is that is freaking crazy.
todas las madres, bro.
I love. Hey, I just love this whole segment. Could be just about you and your mom. You know, I think one of the biggest things about how you actually got yourself planted as well too, because of mama and how she did certain things that just made you want to talk in general to the public about. Like what you're just saying right now is just, I'm sure it's just a segment after segment of being able to tell people about my mama as well too. So man, big shout out to mama, man. That is super awesome. All right, before we take a commercial break in the next 5 minutes, hey, when it comes down to getting into comedy, is there, now that you're there, right? You got it. And what was the development like for you to be able to get in front of people and being able to talk to people in regards to certain subjects? How did you develop yourself to become that comedian?
Yeah, man. Well, so I'm the first person in my family to go to college,
Okay.
and at my level, my cousins. I have a doctor. I have a cousin who's a doctor in Mexico,
Uh
but
huh.
she moved to Mexico when she was 10. So out of all my cousins, I was the only one to go straight to college right after high school, and then I got kicked out of Loyola Marymount University, academically disqualified, and it was devastating for me. And I took this life altering transformational seminar called the Landmark Forum. And in that seminar, the seminar leader said, if you know in your heart you're a performer and you're not performing, you're robbing the world of who you are. And when they
Ooh.
said that, bro, oh, I was like, bro,
Ooh.
I gotta become a comedian. I want to become a comedian. So I
Yes.
worked my butt off to get back into school and graduate to make my mama happy and my mama proud. But then I started doing comedy. And so I wanted my comedy to reflect what I had learned in that seminar. So I tried to incorporate like messages and motivation into my comedy, but funny yet, bro. So I'd go on stage and I do a few jokes and people would kind of laugh. And then at the end, I would be all, and don't ever forget, you can live your dreams. Yes. And then
Yeah.
people were like, are you living your dream, dude? You weren't even that funny, you know? And this old school comedian comes up to me and he goes, bro, don't be doing that live your dreams crap, bro. He's all, people come to comedy shows to forget about their life. You're making them, you're making them think about their life. And I was, oh man. So then I said, you know what? Let me just focus on trying to get funny. And for the next 10 years, I did no empowerment and I just tried to tell jokes. But
Yeah.
then the moment that shifted it all was when I got asked to speak at a middle school in LA. And they said, you got to be clean, 100% clean. I said, I think I can do 5-10 minutes of clean. And I actually performed for 30 minutes, all clean comedy. And
Uh-huh.
after the show, all these kids were like, Mister, you were so funny. You remind me of my uncle. Oh my God, Mister, you inspired me. And
Nice.
that is where Ernie G, the empowerment comedian, was really born, speaking at schools. And that's what I've been doing now for the past 20 years, bro.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody, you already know. Hey, Ernie, so, before we take this break, man, I really don't want to take this break because you're just hilarious. One thing about you and the kids is I feel that as an empowerment comedian, the way that you touch these kids in regards to your humor, but also the reality, and also just of course, keeping it clean for them. Um, what was it? How do you come up with different things to basically say to the kids for them to be able to relate to you?
Bro, this is what I've been telling people for years. Every one of us is a novel that has not yet been written. If
Mm,
people knew what Rico No Suave has actually gone through, bro, if they know the struggles and tribulations and where you came from, if people knew your mom's story, your dad's story, your abuelito's story, your
yep.
grandparents' story, those are all novels that have not been written. So I basically just continue to tell my story. First person in
Mm,
my family to go to college, I got kicked out of college. My parents were never married. My dad had 6 kids, all from different mothers. He was the
mm,
ultimate papi chulo.
right.
And I used to hate playa dudes that had a bunch of women, playas. I didn't like that. So
Right.
all of these are like the themes of my life, but you have the themes of your life, bro. And when you have the courage to tell your fiercely authentic story, not just the real story, but when you can be fiercely authentic,
Yeah.
you inspire other people to be just as authentic. And I've had kids for years come up to me and say, oh my God, mister, I can't believe you said that, but it really made me think about my life. And I want to thank you. I had a cholo after a show came up
Yeah.
to me. Hey, Holmes, can I talk to you for a second, dog? I said, what did I say, bro? What did I say? He said, he said, no, 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 te quiero dar mucho respeto, Holmes. I can't believe you put
Eso.
yourself on blast like that, homie. I'm like, what do you mean, dog? He said, hey, my parents were never married either. And until I heard you speak just now, my whole life, I thought I was a mistake. But after listening to you,
Mm,
I realized maybe I'm not. I said, God doesn't make mistakes, bro. Your job is to figure out why God put you on this planet and give your
yeah.
life over to that. He said,
Yeah.
mucho respeto, home. So now I
Let's
let
go.
people know my story is my story is your story, and we can inspire each other by telling our stories with fierce authenticity.
Let's go.
Dang, bro, that was deep, dude. Woo! Sometimes I shock and amaze myself, bro. I don't even know where I got that from, dude.
Dude, hey man, you know what? You just make this show even better, man. You make this show even better because just knowing exactly from even that Cholo moment, man. When we come back, I got to tell you about what I saw on Matt TV, and I know you saw it as well too. But everybody, we got to take this break. We got my man Ernie G. We call him Ha Ha, right? Is in the show. And I feel like he's right next to me right now, everybody, because I'm super happy to have him here. Everybody, we got to take a quick 30-second break. Everybody, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Ernie G, we'll be back. Let's go. You already know, everybody. It's your boy Rico No Suave. I'm here with none other than my man Ernie G. Haha. We're here with him, man. Hey, Ernie, are you having a good time?
Having a blast, bro. You better be careful, dude. You're like, dude, Ernie just takes the show up to the next level. If you're not careful, this is gonna not be the Rico No Suave show. This is gonna be the Ernie G No Rico Suave show. I'm playing, bro. I'm playing with you, bro. I'm
It's
playing.
like remix.
This is the Ernie G No Mo Rico Suave show.
Bro, hey, I would love to actually have you co-host with me. This is hilarious, man, hilarious. And we got to go. Hey, you know what? We got to go to the comments because there's some people that's actually tuning in right now, and we got to say hello to them as well. So we got hello, Patty Escobar. She says Colombia in the house and La Casa. Thank you. Beatrice is checking in. Beatrice Davis, hello, Beatrice. How are you? She's checking in, and she says, please tell Ernie I send him my love. He is the best comedian in the world since he performs with his heart. I say yes, that is correct. That is correct. And then we have Joe Casas. What's up, Joe? How are you? He said, love me some Ernie G. Awesome comedian, great motivation speaker, and an awesome human being. Ya tu sabes, man. Thank you. And then Life Fire Monster. How are you? She said, too funny. This is super. He's just super funny. Yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Rico No Suave show. After this show, if you happen to see Ernie G on the next one, it is no more Rico No Suave shit, just Ernie G with the remix on it. That's what's gonna happen. Ernie G. Ha ha show. That's what we do.
Joe
Ernie,
Costas is
man.
another one of my teacher friends, man. He runs a school for like a continuation high school for kids that don't fit into regular high school. It
Uh-huh.
used to be called like a dropout prevention specialist, but now they
Mm,
call it a graduation advocate, right? And he
okay.
takes these kids that march to the beat of their own drum and he makes sure that they graduate. So big shout out to Joe Casas, man. I love
Joe
that dude.
Casa, salud, man, saludo. So, man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Great job, great job on that. People just doing great things for the community and for the world. That's what we're always about, making sure we try to make the world better as well too. All right, we gotta get back to you, Ernie G, because people are cracking up, and that's good that they're cracking up and having a great time as far as with us. So, there's there's moments in your life when it comes to comedians or when it comes to people that you've met. They're surreal moments that you will never forget as well too. Besides, of course, you never forget Mama. But as a comedian, is there a time where you were performing or you performed on the stage for someone that you will never forget?
Oh, bro, there's so many moments like that, man. I remember one of the first times I ever saw Eddie Murphy live. I went to go see the Raw tour. You know, he was doing Raw,
Wow.
and I remember being at the Forum and like 40,000 people just stood up. Black people, white people, Latino people, Asian people. Everyone was like,
Yeah.
and I looked at this one dude. Remember that tight leather outfit he used to wear?
Yes, yes. Ladies go
He just
crazy over
grabbed
here
the
for
mic,
that. Yeah.
right, right. He just grabbed the mic and he's like, "What's up, y'all?" And everyone was like, and I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna do that one day." And fast forward years later, I opened for this guy named Cristian Castro, who is
Uh-huh.
Veronica Castro's son, and he used to be in Menudo with Ricky Martin,
Oh
and he was
wow.
a big star for a while, and then he became a mariachi singer in his 20s, and I opened for him for this big Christmas mariachi festival in Phoenix, Arizona, at the arena where the Phoenix Suns play basketball,
Sure.
and in front of
Nice.
20,000 people, I did my jokes. I got a standing ovation, and I was like, I got my Eddie Murphy moment. That's what's up, man. And I
Nice.
got to be in a movie with Eddie Murphy and with Robert De Niro, bro. And I was in this bar scene with Eddie Murphy right there, my favorite comedian, and
Yeah.
Robert De Niro right there, my favorite actor. So I've had,
Wow.
I've had several moments like that. But the story I love to tell, bro, is I had just come back from summer camp, directing a summer camp, and my voice was gone, and I had all these like beads and necklaces that the kids made me. And my friend was like, bro, my comedian canceled. Can you come to this club and do a show for me? I'll give you $100. And I was like, dude, I'm exhausted. He goes, come on. So I showed up and I got to this club, a bunch of drunk Mexicans. Nobody was listening to me. I said, you know what? Screw you guys. We're singing a camp song. I just got back. I said, my mom gave me a nickel. She said, go buy a pickle. I didn't buy a pickle. Instead, I bought some bubblegum, bazooka, zooka bubblegum.
The bazooka.
Everyone's watching me, right? But I stayed committed, bro. I did the whole song. And by the end of the song, all these drunk Mexicans were going, bubblegum, bazooka, zooka. There was a woman in the crowd. She was like, oh my God, that was amazing. She's like, I work for summer concerts at the park. Would you come and do that at our summer concert, like in 3 weeks on a Sunday?
What?
Yeah, I'll do it. She goes, we'll pay you $100. I said, let's do it. She didn't tell me I was opening for the godfather of soul, James Brown,
No
at this outdoor
way.
concert. So I showed up, bro. There were 10,000 people at this concert,
Oh
and I'm
my
getting a
God.
measly $100 to open for him. So they say, put your hands together for Ernie G. I get up on stage, I tell a few jokes, I get a few laughs, and she's looking at me going, do the bubble gum, do the bubble gum. So I'm like, you guys want to sing a camp song with me? My mom gave me a quarter. She said, go buy a porter. I didn't buy a porter. Instead, I bought some bubblegum, bazookas. Nobody was doing 9,900 people were staring at me. And you know how black people, when they boo in unison, bro. They were boo, ooh, 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 ooh. And I felt like some man on the loudspeaker was like, let's give it up for Ernie G. Came and got me and yanked me off stage. I was
Like
devastated,
the
bro.
Apollo? Did they
Yeah,
think
exactly. The Apollo. I'm walking off stage, and James Brown's walking to stage with his publicist. And his publicist says, hey, Mr. Brown, this is Ernie G. He's the comedian that opened for you. And James Brown was all gracious, and he's like, hey, how you doing, funny man? Heard you had a good show. I'm like, no, you didn't. I just got booed off stage by 9,000 people, right? But the photographer took a picture of us, and the next day in the paper, this picture came out in the newspaper, and
No
I
way.
this as a promotional item for the next 10 years that I opened for James Brown,
No
bro. And nobody
way.
knows I got booed off stage by 10,000 people. Everyone was like, oh, Ernie G must be funny if he opened for James Brown. I flipped the script and took a horrible effort thing and turned it into a beautiful
Yes,
opportunity.
sir.
That's awesome, bro.
Oh man, bro, that is hilarious. Oh my goodness.
I've had some
What
bad
little
beats,
moments
but
can
we
do.
flipped them around.
Man, what little moments could do, man. Oh my God. I have to say that, I don't even know what to say about that. So,
Rico
it's,
Suave was like, dude, I'm supposed to be hosting this thing, and I'm over here cracking up laughing,
I
dude.
can't help it, man. I can't help it. These are one of the shows that I'm telling you guys. It's just it makes my show even better, man. When we just laugh, and you're such an inspiration, bro. Hey, we got 5 before we get to a commercial break. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's throw some. Everybody just
You
saying,
know what
dude, you're
you're
just
laughing
too
at?
funny,
You're
man.
laughing at Este Fulano got booed off stage by 10,000 people, and he still used it as a marketing tool. He's like, damn, I need to get booed off stage so I can use it as a
Hey,
marketing
you got famous off of bazooka gum. That's hey, I had to tell you, dude, that is hilarious. That is one of the most surreal moments. And then they use your picture as far as with James Brown. I can't stop laughing, man. Hey, I have to say, man, that is the best surreal moment. Hey, if I ever get into that predicament, man, I will call you and tell you, hey, they booed me, and look where I'm at now.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
2 years later. Hey, so real quick, when it comes down to different shows that you've been on, because I think BET, you're on different channels, different shows as well too, from a comedian comic standpoint. Can you name some of them for us?
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. I remember every show I've ever been on. So when I first started doing comedy, I met a manager who had managed the careers of all of these soap opera stars from the 1980s. His name was John Mercedes, and he discovered a young girl named Charlene Tilton, who was on Dallas, and
Oh
he was on
wow.
the cover of the Hollywood Reporter's 52nd annual celebratory, like, anniversary edition. He's in a suit in a tuxedo, and he had his arms around the waist of his client, Charlene Dilton. And because of that, he got clients on Falcon Crest, Knots Landing, Dallas. He owned the Barrymore Mansion. He flew around in a Lear jet back in the 80s when that wasn't a thing. And this
Yeah.
guy used to write for Happy Days. He was the only Latino to to be to be a staff writer for Happy Days. And when I met him,
Nice.
he had come up with the top 100, the list of the top 100 comedians in Hollywood. And I was like, I didn't know there was 100 comedians. This was 1997, bro. And so I called him and I said, Mr. Mercedes, I want to be on your list. And he says, I have a show this Sunday at the Improv. Bring 100 of your favorite friends and family, and I'll give you 10 minutes at my show. Which, as a young rookie comic, that's unheard of, bro. You
Yeah.
get 3 minutes usually. And called all my friends, dude, I'm performing at the Improv. I'm performing at the Improv. And I showed up with 72 people. He was
Nice.
exaggerating. He was like, bring a friend or two. He told me bring 100. So because I only showed up with 72 people, I was like, I'm sorry, Mr. Mercedes, I tried. And he starts laughing in my face, going, dude, are you kidding me? This is great. Keep bringing people, and I'll put you up every week. So for the next 2 months, every Sunday, I brought people to him, and I was on stage doing my thing. And that guy taught me that you got to get on TV. TV is the key.
Yes,
So for
sir.
the next 5 years, he helped me I did BET's Comic View twice. I did that show on Comedy Central called Make Me Laugh. I
Yeah.
did game shows, bro. Game shows is not considered a credit. It's not like you had to audition to get it, but
Yep.
he's like, people will see you. Exposure's exposure. I was on Match Game, bro. I was on the Dating Game, dude. The original
What?
game with Chuck Woolery, bro. And
Yeah, Chuck, really. Yeah, that was Love Connection.
yeah, so that was Love Connection, but then he hosted the Dating Game
Oh,
after
did
Love.
he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Gotcha.
was the original host of Love Connection, but then he hosted the Dating Game, Chuck Woolery, and I was on that
Mm.
show, bro. So the point is, I have over 50 national television appearances, and the one that really set me to the next level was there was a show on Galavisión called Que Locos.
Okay,
Que
locals.
Locos. Myself, Gabriel Iglesias, Felipe Esparza, and a whole list of people that are like, like household names now. We
Hmm.
were all on that show called Que Locos. And Que Locos was on Galavisión. It wasn't, see, a lot of people wonder why I'm not more famous than, let's say, Bernie Mac or Cedric the Entertainer or all these guys that were on HBO's Def Comedy Jam. Before HBO's Def Comedy Jam, nobody knew who Cedric the Entertainer, Bernie Mac,
That's
or
true.
even Dave Chappelle. They didn't know who these people were, but they were famous in the black comedy market.
Right.
HBO's Def Comedy Jam gave them a national exposure,
Yep.
and people started discovering who they were, and then they became celebrities. Nobody knew who I was, or Fluffy was, or Felipe Esparza was until we got on Que Locos. And then a lot of us have been earning a living doing comedy since then. The reason
Nice.
why those guys are so much more famous than all of us is because their show was on HBO and
Hmm.
our show was on Galavisión,
Right.
which is a Latino cable network that only Latinos watched. And so
Right.
in the Latino comedy community, I'm considered a quasi celebrity,
Let's
but
go.
I don't got the status that Fluffy or a lot of these guys have because I don't have a Netflix special because I speak in schools, which was an intentional choice I made many years ago to do my empowerment comedy. But my heart and my roots are in television and traditional stand-up comedy, and I have over 50 national television
Let's
appearances.
go. Let's go. Man, hey, as long as you have the word celebrity in there, many, whatever, you're a
Yeah.
celebrity. You're a celebrity to a lot of people that's out there that needs that laugh, man. And I have to tell you, to me, you're a celebrity. You shared the stage. You open up for James Brown. And it's just no matter how that situation happened, it's always going to stick in my head. And when I go to the store and I'm ready to go and buy some gum, I know exactly what I'm going to buy, and I'm gonna show you a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of it, and I'm gonna do the dance. I have to tell you, man, this is this is one of the
I gotta tell you, you inspired me. The next time I get booed off stage, I'm gonna feel proud. Okay, I'm gonna feel proud of myself. I got booed off stage. It's like Ernie G. Thank you very much, baby. Thank you.
Ernie G, man. Hey, I love you on this show, man. Everybody, we got to take another break. You already know we got the comedian, empowerment comedian. His name is Ernie G. Ha. My man is actually here as far as with us on the Rico No Suave show. Hey, my man, sit back, relax. I got to talk a little bit about NASCAR moments. Everybody, this is NASCAR moments. Yes, with me, Rico No Suave. And you know, this NASCAR moment is kind of not like in the NASCAR industry, but want to give a big shout out because I was sent this, and this was very interesting. Well, you know, the Matrix. Yes, he is the one. Neo, he's the one. And actually, Keanu Reeves actually was at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So Keanu Reeves is actually racing, and he actually, you know, he finished 25th. But what he did was he spun out on turn 9, and he spun out and he signaled everybody that he was okay. This is another type of impact that celebrities can actually have with bringing more people to racing events that really love racing events, but also just to go and see Keanu Reeves. Now, of course, I'm saying this because it's a NASCAR moment, but this moment may be something that NASCAR might need to watch out for, just in case he wants to come on to one of the motorsports and say, hey, I want to drive for you guys. It's going to be something awesome. So this right here, Keanu Reeves, you are the one. But thank you that you did not get hurt when you spun out, but thanks to Keanu Reeves that he was okay and he's still within the matrix. Everybody, this is another NASCAR moment. Let's go. Yes. All right, everybody, let's get back to my man, Ernie G. Ernie G, man, bro, time is flying by fast. This hour is going by super crazy fast, and I wish we had 2 hours with you. But of course, you know, we're down to our last few minutes. But I do want to talk about something that's very important that you also do, of course, as empowerment. But there is something called mental health. When we talk about mental health, and we talk about how we take that seriously, because there's not just a month for mental health awareness, but there's a lot going on when it comes to you being a comedian. Why did you decide to go into that mental health awareness to be able to help people in that
Yeah, man.
arena?
No, when I, like I said, when I spoke at that middle school, and that's where the empowerment comedian was really born. Student, you know, when you make a kid laugh, they open their hearts and minds to you.
Yeah.
And I'm making these kids laugh, and then they're like, "Mister, can I tell you something?" And then they start reporting like deep, dark trauma, dude. They're not just telling
Mm,
me like little secrets. They're saying this, my dad did this to my mom, or this happened to me, or you know, I was violated or something. And I remember this principal looking at me like, can you do something with them, please? You know, and I was like, she's like, don't just come and open their hearts up and then leave. And I said, no, I actually can teach them a few coping mechanisms and some breathing techniques and the power of forgiveness. And this is all stuff that I've learned over the years. So I started leading these mental health workshops. And then I realized, you know, people wanted me to be like a clinically trained social worker. And I have a degree in psychology, but I wasn't like clinically trained. So I went out and I got certified as a mental health coach. So I am now a certified mental health coach. And part of what I do when I perform at schools is I lead a mental health workshop. And when I lead these workshops, I teach kids about the power of forgiveness. I teach kids how to transcend the trauma that we've all gone through. And then every time an adult watches me work with kids, They're like, man, I need this. Man, my colleagues need this. And bro, I got to speak at NASA Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia.
Let's
A woman that
go.
saw me speak at Virginia Tech, she was like, Ernie, can you come be our keynote speaker for Hispanic Heritage Month at NASA? And I was like, NASA? Oh my G. Do you want me to
Wow.
highbrow it and like do my smart material? She says, no, exactly what you did at Virginia Tech,
Let's
but do it for
go.
my colleagues. So I go to NASA and they give me a tour of NASA before I perform at the Langley Research Center. And
Yes.
what they taught me was that NASA only takes the top 1% of all of college graduates across the country. The top 1% at 1% at Harvard. And then out of all of those applicants, they only hire the top 1% of those people. So these are the creme de la creme, bro. And if you don't
Wow.
think the imposter syndrome runs rampant at NASA, that's crazy, right? Like
Yep.
people don't, they can't believe they got a job at McDonald's sometimes. Like, how did I get this job, right?
Right.
Working at NASA,
Right.
dude. Like they
Yeah.
feel like they don't belong there. And I come and I do my jokes and I tell my stories. And after my show, there was a long line of NASA scientists, mathematicians, and engineers going, hey, Ernie, is it okay if I take your picture and post it on my Instagram? Can we have a selfie, Ernie? And I realized, bro, the only difference between these NASA scientists and my seventh graders at Sierra Vista Middle School, where I'm at right now, is
Yeah.
just a little bit of education.
Yes,
But we
sir.
all need to feel seen. We all need to feel heard, and
Yep.
we all need to feel gotten. And that's what I leave students with, an experience of having been seen, heard, and gotten. And that's what God put me on the planet for. To
Yes,
make
sir.
people laugh, sure. To inspire people, yes. But to leave people with an experience that people see them, they get them, and they are for them. And that's what Ernie G's doing on the planet,
Let's
baby.
go. Let's go on the planet. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. You're in the game of your own, man. Like you're playing your own game, and whoever wants to ride with you need to know how to play that game and that vision as well too, and understanding your vision. But you're handling it, man. And I think by you going from state to state, from planet to planet, you're actually just you're killing it in a good way for people to understand where you come from. And I think also, you know, it's cool that you're that celebrity, but you're also that humble guy knowing where you came from to be able to connect with people, to be able to continue. You're also kind of that, I would say you're that guy that actually that makes people laugh and also make them understand their lives to be able to continue to live, also for them to be able to see other celebrities as well too, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because you're actually opening up a gateway for other people to see how other comedians are, and like, man, I need to go to more comedian shows or comic shows. It's just so awesome because I watched Ernie G, and now I just feel that I can actually go other places as well too. So I think by you opening up that portal, right, for the young kids and the youth, because times change over time. And of course, the youth is not like the youth the way we grew up, right? The youth is totally different now, and things are definitely harder, for the kids back then. But, Ernie, I have to say, man, it's been great to actually have you on a show. And you know what's also great that you're being on my show? I have something for you.
Woo.
I got something for you.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah. I got a shirt.
What?
Yes, sir.
A
Yes,
Rico Dos
sir.
Suave shirt.
That's right.
Hey,
I
that's
got
awesome,
a
bro.
this right here. This shirt means a lot to us here on the show. We call gems of the world. You are a gem of the world. That means you shine bright for not just for the youth, but also for their parents as well too. Because when their kids come home or whoever the guardian is, they come back to tell them about the good things that you actually have done for them. Of all of the accolades by being able and the funny stories that you actually have and meeting different people and different people on stage, you are all around universal type guy, right? You're the one that actually is, hey, I'm going to share the love to everyone. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to win and I'm going to win in my own game. So I want to say congratulations to everything you've done. You deserve this shirt, man. Not just because you came on the show and made me laugh for an hour and everybody else. It's because you are a gem of the world. Welcome to the family. Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You know, it's funny. I give this postcard out to kids all over the country, and Cheech Marin just performed at Central Washington University last week, and then
Nice.
I came and performed at Central Washington, and I showed the kids this picture. This is Cheech and Chong. Cheech
Yeah.
being born in East
Yeah.
LA.
Uh-huh.
And the kids are like, no way, you know Cheech. And it's like, it cracks me up how, kids just kind of, there's something about celebrity that people really look up to. And for me, it's like, okay, if you've been on a few TV shows, great. If you've done some movies, that's cool. But Cheech Marin has opened an art gallery in Riverside called The Cheech, and he highlights all this amazing Latino art. And
Nice.
there's a show right now on PBS called American Historia by John Leguizamo, who, as
Yes.
you know, is teaching us about how beautiful we are. And so
Yes.
there's a lot of great people doing a lot of great work. And I have a book that's coming out that I'm very, very proud of because I wrote it several years ago, and it's finally, getting some traction, and we're going to publish it here by the end of the year. And my book is called "The Most Famous Latinos You've Never Heard of,"
Oh,
and it's
that's love. Oh, I like that. That's hot.
yeah,
Yes.
man,
Yes.
all these beautiful people, and we need to be the ones who celebrate ourselves. So just
Yes.
like Peach celebrates our art and John Leguizamo celebrates our history, I'm going to be celebrating some of the most famous Latinos you've never heard of. So be on the lookout for that, man.
Yes, sir. Please do, man. Hey, we got to put up your social media before we get you out of here. So we got to make sure everybody knows how to get in contact with you of all of your projects and things like that. And even want to be maybe to hire you as well to be a keynote speaker around the world. So because this goes around the world and you're around the world with it, let's bring up that first one. It is Ernie G. Haha. Make sure you go to Instagram, everybody. Instagram is where to go. So make sure you follow him there. Here's the next one. The next one
It's
is,
so
it's
funny.
just Ernie
Yeah.
G.
Bro, you're so funny. Like, we gotta make sure we hire him. He's available for quinceañeras, bodas. He's a taquero on the weekend. He does paletas. He even does balloon animals at kids' parties. And I think his wife does Tupperware, and they sell Mary Kay products también.
I didn't do the bachelorette party, dude. I didn't do that one yet. I was thinking about that while you were talking. Here's the next one, everybody. That was Facebook. Here's the next one. We got him on LinkedIn, everybody. LinkedIn, that is Ernie G. Make sure you go and do it only business style. Remember, that's business style. Then we have him on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Ernie G. Haha. Make sure you go ahead and follow him there as he's posting all the time. We got another one for you guys. It's YouTube. Yes. At Ernie G. Haha. Make sure you go ahead and check him out there on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. Last but not least, yes, we have ErnieG.com. Don't forget the www, but it doesn't matter. Just go to his page. Follow him. He's always updating his page as well. Ernie G, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, man. I feel like I met one of my celebrities I should have met a long time ago. But thanks to Beatrice Davis. Thank you so much, Beatrice, for actually having him here on the show as far as with us. Ernie G, any last words for the audience?
Yeah, man. I always tell the students to repeat after me. If it is to be, it is up to me. The world is there. The world is our oyster. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and we have a choice to either be mad at the world or be grateful for the world that we live in. And so if it is to be, it is up to me. Gratitude begets gratitude. Having an attitude of gratitude creates more for us to be grateful for. So I just want to send love and peace. Keep letting your light shine, and thank you for letting me let my light shine. Yeah, Rico no suave.
Let's go. Yes. Yes. Everybody, hey, Ernie G, we will see you later, my man. Thank you so much for being here on the show. Everybody, put your hands together for none other than my man, Ernie G, with the ha-ha. Yeah. I see you later, Papa. Thank you
We'll
so
see you
much.
online. We'll see you online, y'all.
Yes, sir. Everybody, we got to get out of here. We want to thank you guys so much for being here on the Rico No Suave show. We hope that you enjoyed yourself to the haha moments, man. I tell you, this was an amazing show, and I hope that you guys enjoyed yourself, just cracking up, sitting back, relaxing, and getting a six pack. Man, six pack, not beer, but six pack in regards to muscles, everybody. So we got to show our social media before we get out of here. Our social media, first of all, is our website, www.riconosuaveshow.com. Yes, make sure you go there and check out our highlights, our red carpet events, and all of that great stuff. Here's our next one. Kaboom. Yes, at Rico No Suave Show. Follow us on Instagram. Yeah, that's where we at, Instagram. Here's our next one. Facebook. We love and we like being on there. So make sure you follow us there, everybody. We're always updating, putting some great stuff there. Here's the next one. You know, this is a special one for us all. Subscribe to our channel, Rico No Suave Show. If you haven't done so already, share it. Let everybody know I'm here. And the next one is Mixcloud. It turns into a podcast, everyone. So our Mixcloud turns into a podcast where you can actually hear the audio piece of my man, Ernie G. Haha. So make sure you go to mixcloud.com, Rico No Suave Show. And last but not least, we're on Red Coral Universe. So make sure you go to redcoraluniverse.com, Rico No Suave Show, and you'll see the show that's popping up, and you can take a look at our past interviews. Everybody, we got to get out of here. We want to thank you guys so much. It was a great, great time once again, and continue to smile, continue to laugh, because you know what? The world is great with laughter. Until next time, I'll see you guys next time as we end off the show. Just like